Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, welcome back to the podcast. This is Dan, and you're in the No Comfort Zone. A place where you find yourself, your reality checks that define who you are today and where you want to go tomorrow. Never said that before, but that's kind of cool, I think. Anyway, here's where we find ourselves today. Here's where I find myself today. When it comes to the bigger picture, when it comes to this, I've talked about how terrific everyone is. I've talked about how, your problems that you currently have right now are the solutions towards a better tomorrow once you find out the reasons you have those problems and you figure out the solutions. That bridges your way towards success in the future. I'm not the first person to say that, and there's a lot of talk in the communities that I'm in, and that's truly what problems are. That's what adversity is. That's what obstacles are. Once you overcome them, they help you become a better person so that you can be that more successful person, because what will happen is the more success that you have in your life, the greater the challenges are going to be, and so on and so on. So you have to learn how to basically thrive through challenges if you really want to be successful. And so when I talk about, hey, if your relationship's falling apart, if your health is out of whack, if your emotional state is completely out of whack, your finances are in bad shape, all of the above, I'm not saying that I'm a master on any one of those things or that I can actually fix those things for you with the No Comfort Zone. What I am saying is that you have the tools within inside you to begin to solve those problems. And what I do, based on a conversation with you and based on getting to know you, let's say over a half an hour and talking with you, I can identify some problems that you have. And more importantly, together we can come up with some solutions. And that's when I say, go to the calendar, go to the site, let's book a call. It's truly there just to help you. I mean, a half an hour of my time to see if I can help you get from point A to point B is really all I'm about right now. I want to show you how this works. And then I believe after you go through the No Comfort Zone, and once you realize that those problems, and once you realize that you have the solutions, and you do it for yourself, and I'm just I'm shining the spotlight where you need to focus, what's going to happen is I think I'm going to get a great testimonial from you, as I have from others. And what's going to happen is your life is going to become more of what you wanted it to be. And when you continue down that path, you'll be successful. That's just the way it is. That's just how this whole thing works out. So I don't want to misunderstand that I'm this expert on everything. No, I'm an expert on me and my decisions based on poor choices that I've made, based on really bad decisions and actions that I've taken, till I get to a point where I finally got to a point where everything was completely overwhelming and I didn't like where I was at anymore, and I had to make a massive change. I had to change everything. Kind of like I had to stop living my life cold turkey. And by living my life cold turkey, I was afraid of what was going to happen next. So I had to look into my past and go, okay, let's go to this really uncomfortable spot. Why did I really move to Hawaii? Why did I really do that? And that's one of the things that I went through during my blueprint, as I've identified. I actually took that moment and realized that I made this decision to go to Hawaii to escape a relationship, to escape my addiction, to escape the opinions of other people, to escape my family. And then when I was there, why did I get married? Because I was extremely insecure, and that's why I got married. And then when I started to realize this, man, I'm a terrible human being. I live in fear constantly. I'm a joke. I'm a train wreck. And I started to look at this over, 20, 30 years ago on why I made these decisions. But then I realized that, almost at, I guess I want to say 47 is how I realized, believe it or not, that I woke up and I could actually change the trajectory of my future just by by realizing that I don't have to make those decisions based on those feelings and those emotions. And when I started to fix that part, when I started to really identify and look through those things and actually be held accountable, boy, my life changed once I took action. Because I didn't want to live in that space for a very long time. When you start to dig up all this stuff, all this bad stuff that happens in your life and why you did what you did and how terrible you might think you are, when you really identify what's been going on, you know why you made those things. But when you actually take a moment to meditate and think about those things, you can feel really bad and you don't want to stay in this place really long. And that was a gift. I realized that, okay, I had enough. I've identified and I know why I do what I do. I figured out my wiring. Now I just need to rewire it. And it's not willpower. It's not willpower just to will something to happen. It was a major cellular commitment to change everything about myself and start going and heading in the direction that I really wanted to. And that was going to be uncomfortable. See, the first part with the emotional part, going through my history, that wasn't that hard because I was dealt some bad news. I was dealt a scary reality that I'm like, man, I better change something. You know, it got a little too hot, thermostat kicked on, right? The temperature was just too much happening in my life. And I realized that if I don't stop this now, any chance of future success will be eliminated and I'm going to be aged way before my time. And I'm going to be miserable and I won't have any passion. I won't have any intensity and I'll be lifeless, although I'm going through the motions. And I just didn't want to feel that way anymore. I didn't want to feel that way. And drugs, alcohol, relationship, money weren't going to help me with that. I need to fix me. And if that's where you're at today, that's what I'm talking about. If you just get to that point where you're like, you know what, no matter what part of the world you're in, you can go to the nocomfortzone.com. You can hit me up on the social medias. What can you hit me up on? You can hit me up at LinkedIn. You can go to Twitter. You can go to Instagram. You can even go to Facebook. At the end of the podcast, I give my what my tags are so you can find me. But I truly want to tell you is that really you have an opportunity in front of you to change everything, and you might as well do it before it gets really bad, before you can't turn around and come back. I was fortunate. I had some things that I could correct in my life, and I corrected them. And then I realized by correcting those little things, I was able for bigger things and then bigger things and bigger things. And it wasn't easy. It was uncomfortable. But I'll tell you, I was pretty relaxed through the whole thing because everything that I did was on my own terms. I made the commitment to get up a lot earlier. I made the decision to work out in the morning. I made the decision to write out my goals. I made the decisions to spend time and energy in those spaces to get me towards where I wanted to be. And I always tell you, I'm not where I want to be at yet, but I've worked towards it and I feel really good about myself. I'm proud of myself for the accomplishments. Did I screw up along the way? Hell yeah, I screwed up, and that's life. That's just the way it goes. But you know what the best part is when I got off track, I know now that I can get myself back on track. I just check in. And that's what the blueprint, after going through it for 60 days has taught me, is that it's a behavior now. It's not a habit. It's a full-on behavior. And, life your mindset will sometimes allow you to take it easier, get soft. And let's put it bluntly, if you're going to be soft, you're going to get eaten alive. Those reality checks are going to pounce on you. You're not going to be ready. So this is to get you to stay hard, stay committed, and keep leaning into your problems so that you can handle them. All right. So anyway, I hope this podcast served you today. I really want you to know that I do care about you. And I know that with a little bit of direction, with a little bit of accountability, going from point A to point B, to learn a little bit more about yourself and to get an understanding of what problems you currently have and why you have them is the key to your future success. So I really want you to know that I can help you. Do me a favor, reach out, go to Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Let's get connected, or just go to the calendar at thenocomfortzone.com and let's book a time to talk. Let's see what's going on in your world. And for half an hour, I'll listen and then I'll give you some advice and then go and figure it out. And if you need some more help down the road, we can work on that too, okay? So anyway, I hope this serves you. I really do. And I hope you have a kick-ass day, one of the best days ever. I say that anytime somebody has a birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. But more importantly, I wish you have the best day ever. And more importantly, if you really want to have some passion and intensity in your life, today's that day where you get out of your comfort zone and you live on purpose.
say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.